broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first. Perfection, expect nothing else. Do you like to make yourself a hot cup of coffee to start your day? We have both whole bean and grounded. Also great for all you iced coffee if not a hot kind of person. Even make yourself a frappe to quench your thirst. The best tasting coffee with espresso. It's only $18.99 plus taxes for a 12-ounce bag. Buy 1 to 5 bags and shipping is only $7. If you spend over $100, shipping is absolutely free.
Hey, good morning. It's game day. Welcome to Halas Report. And, of course, we've got a man with no opinion with his wife right next to him to beat an opinion into him if she feels he needs one. There's Woody. Good morning, Woody.
Shit. Morning.
And, of course, the man who loves frappes, because that's why I had to add him in the commercial. It's Mike, the Bear fan. Good morning, Mike. He's doing his
he's on the roof.
Yeah. He's
No, I'm Sharon doing producer stuff.
Yes, he's doing producer stuff. That's what he calls it, producer stuff. All right, so hey, we got a fun game today. You want to talk about today's game, or do you want to go recap last week a little bit first?
Oh, we can recap last week if you want to. I can go off again.
52 passing attempts by Caleb, way too many. Cole Kmet had a good game though, 100 yards, 100 plus receiving touchdown. The second half, the bright spot, for me, was the second half. They made adjustments. They adjusted the running game, started to go with Rojo. They adjusted the play calling, and they looked better. Of course, unfortunately, they came up short, so maybe it was a little late, but they looked better. Hey, good morning, Derek. Well, it's afternoon if you're on the East Coast. Hey, Chad, how you doing today? Bear down. If you're on X, by the way, you can comment from X as well. So get in the show. Oh, geez, and there's Dorn. we live still rent free in his head. Still rent free. So yeah, I mean that was last week for me, man. We started flat, started slow. Play calling wasn't that good, but they adjusted. That's my takeaway from last week. Defense still looked good.
Defense is getting tired. That's all I gotta say.
I get that to a degree, but we looked at the stats for last week. We dominated time of possession.
And what does that mean?
I mean, the defense is on the field as much.
Okay, and I'll bring this up again. The defense, we have more, time of possession. Our defense is out there. Say if they make a stop or they score, whatever. And our offense goes out there and doesn't score, like that 4th and 4 runs from the 1 yard line, couldn't get in. And the 4th down, we do a sweep. Our defense is going to be like, what the fuck? And that they have that mentality that could screw them up.
Right. And yeah, I agree, Ken. 52 times is way too much. But I mean, how often can we say our quarterback is leading in yards for the season in one game?
Yeah. Hey, real quick, because Keegan asked, what in the world is that coffee? Well, there, click on that QR code and get you a bag of Bear 6 actual espresso roast coffee. That's what that ad was. Producer Mike, hey, don't be dissing that ad. Mike is proud of that ad, okay? You don't understand the amount of inbox I got from Mike when he made that commercial.
And that picture right there is on his green screen. There you go. It's perfect. Good job, Mike.
Hey, I'm drinking Bear 6 actual right now. So
And speaking of the defense, have you guys actually seen how well the defense is actually doing?
Well, yeah, of course. But they are getting frustrated. And what are you going to do? I mean,
Well, true, the offense does need to step up, but I mean, points per game at 19, tied for 10th. Yards per game, tied for 8th. Opponent passer rating, first. I mean, third down conversion, second. Forced turnovers, tied for third. So, I mean, our defense definitely isn't the problem. It's more the offense.
No,
and
not at
I
all.
feel the offensive line gelling together.
And, well, I mean, Matt Stafford's obviously a lot better quarterback than Anthony Richardson. He probably won't make those mistakes as like he did last week. But say if the Bears do when they get turnovers today, they got to fucking capitalize off these turnovers. At least get points. I mean, touchdowns are obviously better, but at least get points. That's all I ask.
Right. And we added a player last year, which is Swift. I don't know about you guys. Swift has not been doing well at all. I feel like they need to go with Herbert and Roshan a lot more and kind of swivel Swift out of it a little bit.
so
I mean, 1.8 yards per carry.
And I didn't like that pickup, and everybody knows I didn't like that fucking pickup.
I'm not bad with the pickup of Swift, but I think, but like I said on Wednesday, Swift, you need a look at the offensive line is not the offensive line you need to utilize Swift properly. And when they went to Roshan, they started to, he's more north south bruiser, punch you in the face kind of runner, and the running game helped a little bit, and it helped open up the passing game and the play action game. Swift is not. I'm not saying that Swift's a bad running back because he obviously does a lot of really good things, but he's not. He's not the type of runner we need as RB1 with this team as it sits right now with the offensive line. If our offensive line was last year, number 10 on rush block, then yeah, he would probably be doing 100 times better than he's doing now. But right now we're ranked like 30th.
Yeah, our offensive line last year is better
right
than this year, and that was our main issue coming into this season.
Yeah. So I mean, I think part of the course correction we saw last week, I hope we see today, is we see Roshan run early, use Swift later, use Swift on flare outs, use them on dump plays, use them on screens, use them on all kinds of other stuff. But as far as the north-south, yeah, Broski's kind of got it, right? Swift's a rotation running back, but has talent. And that's kind of the way I thought we would utilize him when we got Roshan needs to be the guy.
Because when Swift was on the She-Eagles last year, they had, obviously, Eagles have one of the best offensive lines, but he was splitting it between him and Gainwell. So, yeah, he can't take all this running load on his back for a whole game. So, no.
And I think we might see some of that because I know on Fox Chicago this morning they were talking to Cole Kmet. And they were talking about how some of the offensive leaders met with Shane to voice a little frustration about the way the offense has been going this year. So I'm sure that one thing he mentioned actually was the running game. Cole specifically mentioned how the one disappointment for them this year is how they've had a lack of a running game. That was the thing they could rely on. Yep. That was the thing that could get them going, and it hasn't been there. So I think we'll see an emphasis on the run game today.
I know that.
So,
and the good thing about today's game, I mean, and they pulled it out last week, but they had no Debo, Christian McCaffrey, Kittle. is that the Rams really don't have any receivers. So it gives our cornerbacks, maybe Stevenson, he's been getting burned the last couple of games, give them a break, get their head back into the game, and hopefully we can pull this one out.
That reminds me. I need to look at something because you remind me of something when he had Stevenson. So obviously Stevenson's going to be the guy that gets picked on, right? I mean, because you're not going to go to JJ because, well, he's a shutdown corner. I mean, everyone knows he's shut down. So they're going to look at Stevenson, and I want to pull up where is you'd figure PFF would be alphabetical, but it's not. Because why would you ever be alphabetical? Okay, there we go. Tyreek Stevenson, his grades. So right now, his overall defensive grade's a 60. His coverage grade's a 65. He's 46th in the NFL right now. He's ranked 46th out of 99. Okay. His run defense grade is actually what hurts him. It's 51.6. I mean, a little bit of right now he's basically scoring. Last year he was at a 60.2. Right now, and now he's at a 60.7. He's gonna get picked on. Let me see how he did last week. 3. That's just the snaps. They don't give me his. Let's see what I can see his grade was for last week. There we go. I mean, I like Stevenson. If he's gonna get picked on, what the heck? That doesn't. PFF suck. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, he's gonna get picked on, but he's not doing terrible. But I like to see him do. I like to see him do a little bit better. You know what I mean? He hits hard. There we go. Let me see. Here's the reports.
We're gonna have to rush more today. Obviously, we played Stafford a lot, and we know what he can do, and we're gonna have to get to him
Early and often.
Yep.
Well, last week he graded well for last week. His worst game was week 2. He graded well last week. It was a 70-something right there. Kind of cuts the screen off. Everything PFF sucks.
Jalen Johnson has a different number.
So week 1, Tyreek scored a 74.9. Week 2, a 41.5. And last week, a 67.1. So not too shabby last week. Did Jalen Johnson, you say, change numbers?
Well, no, it was a pitcher. He's still number 33 in that picture.
Oh okay. I'll watch TV. So, I mean, yeah. Stevenson, I mean, for a second-year player, I expect to see that grade go from a 60.7. I like to see up to the 70s. But he's getting better. Hey, good morning, Yoli.
What's up, Yoli?
So yeah, the run. Well, let me bring up the run here. The Bears on the run this year, not nearly as good. For run defense, I want the team. Oh, I have to go with the cheapy version.
So you're saying Stevenson's worst was against Stroud?
Yeah. That was
and his best was worth against Richardson, or the first week against Levis.
Yeah.
So this is Stafford now. So I want to see him be up in the, like he was last week. Stafford's a lot better quarterback than Will Levis and Anthony Richardson.
Right.
Don't you agree, Mike? Huh?
Sometimes I'm not Dan.
You fucking Jesus Christ. But again, like we wanted to do last week, we have to get this run game going. If Caleb throws 50 times again, my God.
The defense is ranked. Okay, so coming into last week, we were ranked 4th in the NFL by PFF defensively. Now we're at 7th, so we dropped back. I was just trying to find the stat for Broski there on the run, and we got gashed on the run. And actually, considering we were really good on the run last year, it seems like the bigger plays against us have been run plays, not pass plays. We do, it's kind of like a double-edged sword, though, isn't it? I mean, and Broski, I get where you're at, but it's a double-edged sword because like we're getting to the quarterback more now than we were, let's say, last year. But now we're also giving up more runs. So it's kind of like you improved in that area significantly, but now you're giving up a big run here and there. Because we are still smothering the run at times. It's just we're getting gashed for 1 or 2 plays a game. So it'll be interesting to see how the Bears do with that today as far as run contained. Hoping it'll be done a little bit better. I don't know. What do you think about the defense right now? Like, is there an area of the defense that you think we should kind of like?
I want to see. I'm still waiting for Sweat to go off. I want to see more. I mean, he had a sack last week, but I want to see more. We only had that 1 sack last week, so we got to get more sacks. We got to get do some stunts on the defensive line or something.
Get it all now.
Get to the quarterback. Bill, please.
Yeah, I mean, I've got Troll Nation flowing in here this morning. We got to get to Stafford, especially with the depleted, because they do have a good running back who's having a resurgence, right, with Dobbins.
Williams?
No, the Rams. I don't worry about. No, the Rams with J.K. Dobbins. I mean, I'm sorry. That's
Chargers. Yeah, they have Williams.
They have Williams. I'm sorry. Yeah. They still have a little bit of a running game. We got to get that solved while we get to the quarterback today, because with them not having a receiving game to speak of, this is the time. Like, they got to get these guys jump started. Now, they say Sweat's been playing injured.
Nah. Why? Because he's not playing good? Come on, man. Yeah. If you can't prove it, then you can't assume it.
Broski, last year the Bears were one of the top defensive units against the run in the league. But I mean, this year they've had the issues with it. They've been, I guess I have to go back and look at tape, Broski, because the way I kind of remember from watching these last 3 games was the Bears were pretty efficient at stopping the run overall, but however, would give up 1 or 2 big run plays per game. Like, they were overall pretty good, but they would give up that big run play that would just jack it all up. Weather conditions, Darcy is on and off rain right now at Soldier Field. But yeah, Broski, I mean, I get what you're saying, though. I mean, you're right, though, too, at the same time. For this defense, they can't give up these big gash-eating runs that kill them. They've got to be better, because they were better last year, to be honest, and they just need to be better.
Yeah, well, we only have 5 sacks the whole year. We need to up that. We need to get to the quarterback.
Yeah, definitely need to get to the quarterback and get some more pressure. Sweat needs to get going. The interior has been playing pretty well, but as they've been getting better at getting the quarterback, like Broski said, they're getting worse at stopping the run.
I think Billings is our best defensive lineman so far. He's been raising havoc. But
yeah, I would. pretty close. Let me see.
And he's questionable for today.
Run defense actually. Okay, I gotta take out Gordon Johnson and Beard, who's out. Sanborn has been actually of the linebacking core forward the best PFF wise. Sanborn scores at 66.9. Taylor's at 63.6. Edmonds at 62. Pickens is out. He's at 60. But yeah, they gotta get better. They've got to get a lot better.
And TJ Edwards, he was felt like he was leading every week with tackles last year, and his tackling, I don't know if they're not getting to him. He's not getting to the ball, but his number's been down too.
Yeah, let me just look at his overall. For said Edwards, right? So you're looking at. So Edwards right now for the season scoring at 52.9. His tackles 18, which leads the defense, believe it or not. It does lead the defense with 18 tackles, 3 assisted, 4 misses, though. He's tied for the lead on the team with that. So his miss percentage is 16% right now. So not the best for him. That's got to improve. That's got to improve. Yeah, they need more depth. I mean, Brisky, I would kind of agree. They need a little more depth.
Mm-hmm.
A little more depth never hurts. Never hurts any team, though. Right now, the depth is not the best at DT. Let me see. Billings is playing well. Dexter's playing well. Grade-wise, how else are we looking?
This offensive line, what? Caleb Williams sacked 13 times this year.
Zach Pickens is the highest rated interior defensive lineman we got right now, 68.2. So, add Pickens. Now, Pickens is out today, isn't he, Woody?
Yeah.
So that's going to hurt. So our best interior, score-wise, grade-wise.
Pickens was out the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's right. He's only got the one game. Need to get him back. Because he's our highest. He had a great first game. And then, after Chris Williams scores, actually, he's the third highest scoring. So for PFF grading right now, it goes Pickens, then Billings, then Chris Williams, then Dexter. And then after that, there's really nobody. So, yeah, we got to get some more depth there.
Yeah, Paul had a good point. Caleb Williams he's too much of a pocket passer. He needs to step up in the pocket more. And then keep his eyes downfield, but it seems like when he's in the pocket, he stays there. He stays still, and that's how he gets sacked. He needs to step up.
Or, he likes to do this little spin move where he goes counterclockwise in a spin move to go basically and he sometimes will spin right into a guy. It's like, no, man, just go left or right. The spin move, the way he does it, he ends up spinning right into the guy trying to get him.
And then loses 19 yards like he did
first time. So that needs to, but those are things he's going to learn as he plays in the league and gets better at. We got a couple little items. Look at this. What the season here is this is the season we want to get to the playoffs. We think we should be in the playoffs, but we got to develop. We got to develop a couple young players, and Caleb is a part of that process. He's got to develop, and I think he is developing a little bit.
This is the time to wake up because this is our easy part of schedule. We don't have our first division game until week 11. If we're not at that point by divisions, we're in fucking trouble. Because right now, with all these teams in our division, how they're doing well. You tell me an easy win in that division so far, which no, I would think we get swept, but who knows?
Yeah, Vikings are playing on a different level than the rest
Mhm.
of the division probably right now, or at least they have.
And they
for the
play the
first-
Packers today, so we'll see.
Yeah, and Jordan Love is back to the Packers today,
And
so that'll
that
be
that could help and hurt them. Who knows?
yeah. That's what I'm saying. That could have ramifications for all of us depending on what happens in that game. Who do the Lions play today?
They play tomorrow.
Well, they play tomorrow. That's right. The Lions. I don't know. You know, though the Lions to me, they're doing okay, but to me, it's not. I don't want to say they're going through the motions, but that team just seems like I don't know. Everything's like a nail biter with them. They should be a little more convincing than what they've been. But our the division's gonna be interesting. But we need. You're right, Woody. By week 11, like we need to grow a lot by week 11, or it's gonna get ugly. And this is that part of the season we need to do it.
Yep.
So, hey, real quick, if you're on Roku or you're on Fire TV, you want to be part of the show, there's only a few ways you can do that, and that's one way really, and that's by making comments. As you can see, the comments are coming up here on the screen, and you can see where they're coming from: Facebook, YouTube, and X. You can't actually comment from X now. So if you want to be part of the show, go to one of our other platforms to comment. If you're wanting to watch on your big screen, if you want Woody and I to break your screen with our faces made for radio, just on either Roku or Fire TV or Amazon, go in the search function there for your apps and search Huddle Sports, and you'll see the Huddle Sports Network. And there you can catch not just our show, but the morning show, the wrestling shows. There's a Dolphins football show. Those guys are fun to watch. Of course, the Packers have their show. The Lions have their show. We got the Vikings have a couple shows. So a little bit of everything. But there's always some kind of show on there you can watch if you like watching sports podcasts, and you can catch that way when we're not actually live on air. Big shout out to all the folks watching from X this morning from Bears Twitter. Once again, if you want to comment from Twitter, you just got to open it up and you'll see the chat on the right. You won't see all the chat flowing, but you can make comments and they will show up. So I've been testing that with some of the other shows. So real quick programming note there. And also, if you want to get coffee, right there's our link, our QR code. Bear 6 actual coffee brewed by a veteran-owned coffee company, actually small veteran-owned coffee company. You order it today, you'll probably have it within 48 to 72 at the latest. It's what I'm drinking. He's got several different ones. Bear 6 Actuals espresso roast. He's got tons of different beans for whatever suits your taste. I actually use Foxtrot Sierra for my cold brew. And heck, even Jody has gotten in on this because she got some Bear 6 Actual and she liked it.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Get used to it.
And when you order, he will call you personally.
Steve will do that. That's a
Great
cool
guy.
thing about having a business like that. I mean, he's a one-man shop, so he'll call you just or verify. I mean, he's good. So, yep. So good stuff. Good veteran-owned business that John Dorn obviously doesn't support veteran-owned businesses by his comments for coffee he's never drank. He's just being an asshole. But that's okay because that's John Dorn. So, I mean, only an idiot would sit there and bash something he's never drank just because of the name. But once again, that's John Dorn. How's that go? Same old Dorn.
Jeez.
Frickin'. Anywho, let's talk football. All right, so Woody, today we've got a couple guys out. They've got a ton of guys out. How do you see this game progressing for the Bears?
Well, you know what the Rams are going to do? Well, this is one of the worst offensive lines in the league. We're going to rush. So maybe draws. We got to get this running game going. The passing game. Just stop. Well, stop the penalties. But anyway, block your guys. Williams got to step up in the pocket, throw the ball. Somebody's going to be open with this power on offense. Somebody's going to be open. Komet got into the act last week. Got to get DJ Moore into it. He's just doing these short passes, and he's turning into like 6 yards. But Rome dudes like that first. Oh man, that pissed me off. When these receivers get separation, Williams cannot overthrow them. They're open for a reason, and you work on this in preseason, training camp, everything, every day. Hit these passes, but number one thing is that we got to get this run game going quickly.
Yeah, I agree with you. We got to get the run game going. I think Roshan Johnson is the guy they need to turn to today. Get that run game going. That's going to open up play action passing. It's going to give Caleb more time. I wouldn't even be against. We haven't really seen it. Some designed rushes for Caleb. I mean, that's not his thing, but he can do it. Even if that can help jumpstart the run game a little bit, I wouldn't be against that. We have all 3 receivers back. They've played only 22 snaps together this season. That's 11% of our offensive snaps this season. We've had all 3. But I think it's going to help on third down efficiency, which we've been better this year. We've been better at third down efficiency this year, but it still needs to be better. I think Keenan Allen being in will help with that as well. So I'm looking for the run game to get going, and I'll give the defense more of a break. I think the defense can get after it today. Look at Stafford can escape. We know he can escape and extend plays, but with our corners, if Tyreek Stevens can keep improving and improve some more, I think that they can make it for a very long day. The Rams have not won here since 2002. The last 3 times they've played in Chicago, they have lost. The Bears. So I mean that's a good thing for the Bears. The Rams do not play well here. Right now there is rain. It's intermittent. There's rain is off and on in Chicago, so that's going to affect the game a little bit. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with all that.
And rain means running game. So
Yeah, well, it's not a hard rain. It's been like a drizzle, but I don't know if the drizzle is really going to affect your pass game. It's a harder rain, yeah, but there goes Dorn again. Packer fans, John, I wouldn't get upset except you're talking shit about a veteran-owned company that makes a good product and you've never even tried it. So how about this, John Dorn? Why don't you shut the fuck up, order you a bag, and then you make your comment? And if you honestly don't like it after you've actually drank it, cool. But don't sit there and disparage and talk shit about a veteran-owned coffee company because you're a Packer fan. The only reason I haven't blocked you from this network is because you're on the network, which also is kind of sad. And I hate to break the show to address John Dorn this way, but goddamn, dude, have some respect for some people.
Cool.
Sorry about that.
Wow, you really want me to do it? Or
Go ahead. You can do it too. That's just straight up disrespectful to a veteran-owned company that produces a good product, and he's going to talk shit about it because we're supporting it, because we're Bears fans. Fuck you, John Dorn. Don't ever try to show up on this show. Jesus Christ, the idiocracy of some people. Anywho, that was my rant. I look at it. I didn't even have my own rant. I had my own little rant section today, Woody.
There you go.
I know. I kind of still.
I usually don't have one because I'm very mellow.
Very mellow. You don't have an opinion either.
Nope, not at all.
Don't have an opinion either. So, what do you guys in the comments think, Broski? I know you got some thoughts. What do you think we need to do today, man? I know Broski's watching. Matt's going to come on. He's going to say the Bears are going to score 50.
Oh, God.
Got to have a homer moment.
And our defense, six takeaways, tied for third in the league. So our defense is doing the job. Just got to get the sacks, hit the quarterback.
Montez isn't getting the sacks, but he's getting some pressure. But he needs to. Ken's there. Packer fan Ken is right. Yeah, they do need to run. What's Broski say? tequila or bourbon for the game?
Bourbon, tequila. Oh God. Now, if you do tequila, you got to eat the worm though.
Yeah. Well, it depends what you're cooking too. I mean, what are you eating though, Roski? That's the thing. Um, yeah, Ken, that's the idea. I think get the run game going, establish the run game, um, give the defense a little bit more rest. Um,
Yeah,
and I don't mind. I don't mind. See, that's the other side of that coin, though. I don't mind Caleb throwing the ball a lot either. I don't want him to throw 52 times, but I wouldn't mind. I don't mind Caleb throwing the ball.
Chinese.
Chinese.
Oh, can you make me some General Tso cat for me? Send it over.
What
Box
goes good
it
with
up.
Chinese food? Bourbon or tequila?
Definitely. Oh God, bourbon probably.
Yeah, probably the bourbon. Probably better go with the bourbon there, broski. But I mean, I'm with Broski. I don't mind the Bears passing more, um, because Caleb is actually can hit targets, and we got the weaponry we need to. We can't be one dimensional because isn't that what we always used to complain about, Woody? We're so one dimensional. We're run, 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 and
Yep.
no pass. So now we need to pass more. But now it's funny. Now we got the guy who can throw the ball, and we got we got guys who can catch the ball. Now we can't run. It's like, come on, guys, really?
Yeah. And if the Rams get down to the red zone, Stafford does not turn it over a lot in the red zone. He's very good in the red zone. So, and it bears the defense get turnovers. We got to capitalize. None of this get an interception and 3 and out or, shit like that. We got to capitalize.
Yeah, we gotta stop, settling for field goals.
Yep.
Right? We gotta stop settling for field goals.
Because Santos is good. Santos is good, but as you seen last week,
not past 55.
Yeah, you can't. But other kickers in the league, 55 to 60 is like an extra point to them.
Yeah, some of these young kids coming out.
Fairborn's like Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Yeah, don't turn the ball over, create turnovers, minimize penalties, which we've gotten worse on this year. Last week we were a little bit better, I think, and we should be fine. Put our players in the spot to win is the key. I agree with you, Broski, 100%. And that was the thing that was surprising me, actually, and I'm happy you mentioned it, was the penalties. Because this team, I felt like we were getting much more penalized this year than we were last year. It just felt like we were getting more laundry thrown our way, which is uncommon for an Eberflus team. Is since he's been the head coach, our flags have gone down dramatically. And then this year it was just kind of like, well, they were getting flagged for quite a few things. So I was a little dismayed, but it looks like that's turning the page too. Do you think that maybe part of it though is like, week 2, they get a little demoralized, and then they get demoralized last week when they had that 1st and goal where they end up running the ball 4 times. That it seems like this team it hasn't gotten to that. I mean, week 1 they're happy they win, but they're not happy offensively because they didn't do shit. It was the defense, right? So it seems to me like this offense has not been able to get going on a high. You know what I'm saying? They're just kind of like been kind of demoralized to a certain way.
Yeah, when I hear like week 1 saying all Tennessee had to do is kneel down in that 4th quarter, they still would have won.
Yeah.
That's saying your offense is shit on offensive line, that you cannot move the ball.
I mean, they moved the ball last week against the Colts in the second half, and people are going to say, oh, but the Colts aren't that good defensively, this, that, the other, blah, 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 blah. Okay, fine, who cares? Because the point is they move the ball, and that builds confidence, doesn't it? So I don't care how good the Colts were or not or aren't. They're still an NFL defense. You still move the ball. That's got to instill a little bit of confidence in your offense now, you would think.
And the Rams are going to take the same mindset as they did the first couple of teams. Our offensive line, they're going to be rushing. They're going to be rushing the whole game. They're going to be putting pressure, and we got to deal with it and get that kink out. That's the problem.
Well, now the starting 5 this week is the same starting 5 as last week, I believe, on the offensive line, which is a kind of a minor miracle in Chicago, right? We never start the same line 2 games in a row, it seems.
Sure.
Um,
Nate Davis getting benched.
yeah. And
Wow.
exactly, Broski, you're right there. Yep, everything the NFL's earned. Nate Davis bench, which, look at, I think Nate Davis, for as much shit as we talk about Nate Davis, as much crap as we give Nate Davis, we obviously saw something in him when we signed him because of what he did in the field. It's not paying out. I think he can still be a good rotational guy, a guy you can throw in for a couple plays and give your guy, give someone a break. That's why I see his role as for the rest of the year. He's serviceable, right? He grades out pretty decently this year. He still catches blame, and rightfully so, but I think he might be more serviceable to us as a rotational backup kind of guy.
Maybe if you would have practiced, you wouldn't have got benched.
Yeah, and maybe getting benched makes this guy realize that, hey, I gotta get better. Hey, oh, look who it is. Bear fan Dan. Hey, hope you're feeling better, brother.
Yeah, Bear. Hey, I said it on the other show. Prayers out, buddy. Hope you feel better.
Yeah, do better, man. Hope everything gets well, and we see you soon. We miss you on here. I mean, someone's got to agree with Woody.
Absolutely. Fuck Ken.
Yeah, that Woody guy.
And
he's always
fuck
wrong.
you. Fuck you, Ken.
Hey, say it. Fuck you, Woody. You're always wrong, anyways.
You're a vet. You're a veteran. Fuck off, Ken.
I tell you. Little man's about to go on an adventure. Bye, little man. Oh, he's so cute.
Probably got your tickets. Check his diaper.
No, he got his first haircut. What is it? Look at this kid. He turns 1 on the 1st, so in a couple days he gets his first haircut yesterday. And
Broski says, Woody, the most badass bear I've ever seen. Been meaning to tell you that.
Oh, behind you.
Yeah. Thank you, bud. Yeah, that's me when I'm always pissed.
Yeah, which is every day.
Yeah, every day, every fucking day.
Not when you're.
Jody should get an award for putting up with it.
Absolutely.
He gets an award for.
He gets a shit. Yeah, we can't talk about that online. Think the Bears can come out, score right off the bat with a play action. See, the problem is, Jeremy, with the play action, we don't have an offensive line to do that with yet. We got to get this running game going, and that is the key to set up the play action.
Yeah, I think that's one of the keys to the game, Woody, right? One of the keys of this game is, do you get the running game established? And that's got to be that's a key for the Bears to win today. They have to get a running game established.
Yep.
They have to. Now look at though, like Jeremy's not wrong though too, because if they can establish the run in this first series, then they can use a play action to score a touchdown in the series. Yeah, you definitely can do that for sure. But they need to establish a run game, and then they can use that opens up play action, RPO.
Yeah, because teams don't play action to set up the run. It's vice versa. But I understand what you're saying. I'm hoping we do that, but we got to get the run game going first, because all these teams are going to say, the defensive coordinators of every defensive coordinator of a team that we're playing, their mouth is drooling and watering, saying, we're doing 46% of the plays we're going to pressure. We're fucked. This offensive line has to wake up.
Yeah. They need to get the pressure off the line. Last week on Bears Twitter, Kyle Long was talking about that. That's what he's saying about Swift. Like, Swift's not bad. Stop. He's like, don't badmouth Swift. It's not Swift. You need an elite line for Swift. We're not elite. I keep asking Kyle when he's going to come out of retirement, come help the line, but he won't reply.
Kyle Long?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, come on, buddy. Come on.
I'll take his brother, Chris, too.
Yeah. Like, why don't you guys come and help these guys out, man? Come on,
take your dad. Take your dad. We'll put him in the middle.
Get Howie out there. That'd be like that. That was it. That one commercial. Where, hey, we can come on back, right? Yeah. I think about the other week. Broski says he thinks that the Bears need to first establish the pass before they can establish the run.
We need the. I see. I understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
But to establish the pass first, is the offensive line. If Caleb does not have time, and all these teams are going to do pressuring all the time, a quick draw. Everybody's rushing. Keep everybody in front of you. Do a draw. Then that sets up the play action pass. That means the defensive lineman will step back a little bit. Who knows? Or the linebackers.
I mean, I get where Broski's coming from, though. Because
I do too. I do too.
You get a good offensive line, then you can set up the run that way, and that's kind of what they do against us. But so he's not wrong. I mean, and look at Caleb does have a quick release. He was 5th quickest in the league last week. So if you can get quick pass plays, right? Like quick pass plays, or maybe you're taking 5-6 yard chunks, something like that. Little 5-6 yard pass plays, and you get a rhythm going with that. And now maybe you can establish the run based off that. So I mean, there is a way to do it. But I mean, this offensive line, though, I kind of think it almost needs the run game to be established in order to be able to do that.
And
it's kind of one of those weird.
And these quick passes doesn't mean screens and Carter is blocking. They got to stop doing that, Waldron. You can't have Carter block.
No.
Hey, have Carter have the screen pass and have Moore or Rome or Keenan Allen blocking.
Yes.
They're a lot bigger a lot bigger guys. Carter's getting crushed by these corners.
Or dress Colin Johnson for that purpose.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like Colin is one of the biggest receivers in the league. Don't dress him just to go out there and let him run blocks on guys. He's a big guy, right? So I mean, I think that's been some of the problems too, is with the personnel packages. Like, why are you having a guy who's small trying to block linebackers?
Like,
come on.
You might as well bring Tyreek Cohen back, have him block on the screen pass. Jesus.
So let Tyreek Cohen block defensive ends.
Yeah, no. Yeah. I like the way Cole Kmet was used a lot.
Yeah.
I was a little nervous last week because he came up limping. But yeah, we got to get these. Of course, Mike, you homer would say that, but yeah, Kmet, Everett's there too. He's a big guy.
Yeah.
Got to get these guys involved, but he has to have time to do that.
Well, Mike's giving his prediction. So remember, if you go to Mike the Bear Fan, enter your prediction, you're right. Mike will have some things to send you, whether it be signed merch, a graded card, something Bears related will be coming your way. So go to Mike the Bear Fan page and get your predictions in for today's game. John Dorn, of course, because John Dorn is who he is, says Rams by 20 because he's an idiot. Okay, Robert, Packer fan Robert, is saying Rams 20-17, so he says it's gonna be a close game.
Rob, oh man, I was just on his show and stuff. He was all mellow and shit.
I know. Well, they got to be different when they're on a Bears show.
All right, mother. And I picked the Packers. I picked the Packers to win to shut the Minnesota fans. You know what? I hope Minnesota kicks your ass now, mother.
Yeah, I'm taking Minnesota in that game. Woody, what's your score prediction on the Bears game?
I said it's. I still, with the injuries, the receivers and stuff for the Rams, you still got Stafford though. They did pull out a win last week against San Francisco, but they had no Debo, McCaffrey, Kittle. I'm hoping I'm right. Well, I usually am, but I said 23-20 Chicago today.
Not bad. 23-20. I'm gonna go with 23-17 Chicago. A little bit different there, but yeah, pretty close. 23-17 Chicago is what I'm gonna go with. I think because Stafford's still gonna do Stafford things.
Right. Yeah. But this is this is the first time though this season that really Stafford, you look back when he was at Detroit too, that he really has no receivers to throw to.
That's just Detroit, really. I mean, Detroit he usually did, but he had a couple seasons where he didn't. But Stafford last week, man, watching that game, that Niners game, watching Stafford do Stafford things was just, it was impressive. Now, look at granted against a very depleted 49ers defense, but still it was impressive. Jeremy says 23-13 Bears. Robert Wardell takes the Rams 17-10. Broski is going 27-17 Bears.
And the most important comment, Mike said, Woody's always right, which
no, he said that's possible. That's
No. It says down there, Woody's always right, which I don't.
Jody, I
blame
get why you get an award now. All right.
Matt, whoever did it first, that means you got to change up your prediction. Whoever said it first, or you got to put it on the Mike the Bear fan page. Whoever has it first there.
Yeah. Or I guess I could split a card or something. I don't know.
Well,
I know. Here's what we'll do.
I'm still waiting for mine. Well, Mike will have a comment for that.
No, I'm waiting for it. Producer Mike's Homer takes. Thank you, Rob. Thank you. I appreciate you. I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Maybe if you're not muted. Cut. Take 2, Woody. Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. So, yeah, get those scores down on Mike's page. Also, if you're living in an area where you can't get the game, Mike can hook you up. Message Mike. We got the subscription side to the Facebook page. And if you can't, for some reason, the subscription button's not working, talk to Mike. He's got another way. But we have a way to possibly get you the game. I won't say obviously legalese now. But there may be a way, and Mike might know how to do it. Maybe.
Oh, Mike, I only need 2 minutes for my cut.
Yeah. That's why I was like, damn, he's gonna give you a 10-minute rant.
Woo, no, you don't want that.
We don't want that, dude.
I'll wake up the neighbors.
Yeah, and we gotta save our ears. And poor Jody, you're gonna have to send Jody a check for that one. Jeez, that's like cruel and unusual punishment.
Yep.
My God. Bruce says he's just hoping for the W. We all want the W today. Look, if the Bears get the W today, they have teams that are 2-2 have a 40% chance of making the playoffs. Teams that are 1-3 have a 12% chance of making the playoffs. So this is important in that way as well. I don't know if I put that much into all those kinds of stats, but they're there. Take them for what you will. Just like strength of schedule, I don't necessarily buy into that totally, but take it for what it is. It's there. But I'm looking forward to watching the Bears game, and can't wait to see the game updates on that Vikings-Packers game. Because I'll be honest, if the Bears weren't on, if we had to say the middle game and the Packers-Vikings was the early game, I would be all over watching that Packers. I just think that's going to be a phenomenal game to watch. Because a lot of Packer fans are just so...
Fucking Rob. And I brought that up, too, at this show. I was bringing up the Caleb Worth stuff.
God, I mean, look at... And you know what, though? We can learn from the Vikings, right? In a way, their defense is good. Yeah. I knew their defense was going to be good, but Darnold's just being a game manager. He's being Kyle Orton. That's all he is. He's being a better version of Kyle Orton, and they're winning games because of it.
It's definitely he's leading the league in touchdown passes.
Yeah, he's not trying to create plays. He's not trying to force plays. He's taking the play call and running with it, and he's just playing good football. So hopefully we can have it. Yeah, have a great afternoon, broski. Everyone enjoy the game for sure. We're gonna get closer to Woody's wrap up here. I don't want to give him too much of a wrap up because I'm looking out for his better half there. She might jump in. She might jump in with her own rant, and we don't want. And then we might see the dead Woody.
Yes,
that might not be good.
And broski, have a good afternoon too. Enjoy your Chinese food and hopefully bourbon.
Yeah, let us know how that combination works. See you tomorrow, Rob.
Jeez. But
yeah, he was, and I love the way KO signs his helmets now. I've been trying to get a KO helmet, a Kyle Orton signed helmet for a while. He doesn't sign often, but he does sign. Every one of his helmets is signed the same way. He does his name, his jersey number, and they all say "fuck the Packers." I mean, come on, Kyle Orton, you're a legend, man.
Yep.
He is a legend. I love Kyle Orton. Kyle Orton never got any love either, man. His rookie year takes us to the playoffs. I know Rex is back, so now we must start him, then we lose. Like they should have let Kyle go. Kyle was what you needed, but
there it is.
There you go. Well, Woody, I think that gives you the proper fuel you need to rant us out of the show.
Today, Rams. No, they have no Cooper Cup, no Hawaiian Stallion. They have Williams as a running back. They did win last week without Debo, without McCaffrey. They're gonna rush. Caleb Williams, we got to get this running game started. Waldron, wake the fuck up, please. Wake the fuck up. Okay. Caleb Williams, you do got to step up in the pocket. Somebody's going to be open on this line or this firepower. Everett, Komet, even don't forget to use them. Defense, hopefully you don't get tired today. Let's keep these turnovers going. But Caleb Williams, if you hear me, and I know he does, step the fuck up. Throw the ball like you did in training camp, like you're supposedly a Heisman Trophy winner. Get these passes. Don't overthrow them. Take your time. Step into the throw. Bears win today, 23-20. That's the Woody wrap-up. Everybody enjoy your day, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bear down.
And we'll also see you tomorrow morning for Ken and Ken in the morning.
Oh, man.
Jeez, Woody, left me. Yeah.
God damn it, Mike.
I know. God, geez, Mike. Now comes the other rant. Geez, Mike, you're gonna tell us to do the rant with that much time left? What are you, Matt Nagy, calling timeouts and red flags on the side of the field? Jesus. And Woody, I do know he heard you because they showed him running the field. And he went like this, like, oh, Woody.
Oh, he did? Yeah. It went through his hair, his chia pet?
Okay. Yeah, it went through the chia pet into the headset there. So he's good. So he did hear you. For those, getting ready, the game is on Fox today. So if you're in the Chicago area, on channel 32, Fox. If not, if you're out of market, I'm not sure if you can get it. If you can't get it, crap. We got the call team for the game. I'm seeing who it is.
Was it Butt Sanchez?
Yes.
Yeah, oh, man.
I mean, the guy played one season as our backup, so they think he should be calling every Bears game now. And he's got the man bun now. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm going to go on the NFL Sunday ticket and just go under Fox to the Bears playing and see who that is. I don't know.
But
it probably is Butt Sanchez. Who knows?
No, it is. I just saw him. He's calling the game. So, but hey, if you need a way to see the game, message Mike, the Bear fan. He'll get you squared away, hooked up. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bear down.
Bear down.
Perfection. Expect nothing else. Do you like to make yourself a hot cup of coffee to start your day? We have both whole bean and grounded. Also great for all you iced coffee if not a hot kind of person. Even make yourself a frappe to quench your thirst. The best tasting coffee with espresso. It's only $18.99 plus taxes for a 12-ounce bag. Buy 1 to 5 bags and shipping is only $7. If you spend over $100, shipping is absolutely free. Total Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire Stick TV, Facebook, and YouTube. Get all your sports news here first. The daily podcasts are Ken and Ken in the Morning, Lions Talk with Smoking Jeremy B, Wrestling Roundup, The Big Football Show, and more, Shield TV, Lions Villain Report, and Red Zone Rant. The afternoon podcasts are Valhalla, Grosef Sports, WCFL Dolphins Talk, The Cheap Seats, The Bodkin Show, Spirit of Detroit Podcast, and Maniacs. The nightly podcasts are Halas Hall Report, Frozen Tundra Network, Skull Gang 365, The Huddle Sports Network Open Mic, First and 10 with Foz, Main Event Football Show, Prime Sports World, The Man Cave, Prim and Proper Sports. Spitballing Podcast, Lions Fan Cave Chat, Puckett, 313 Den Podcast, The Guys Huddle, Shots from the Sideline, Let's Talk Sports, The Michigan Truth Sports Podcast, Off the Rails. NFC Northeast, Power Hours, and Detroit Lions News. Make sure you follow